is he telling me what to do?
It's rude, that, isn't it? Right, tell you what. Give
Have
him
a
an
lovely
inch.
show. Fucking tell me what to do. Jesus. Right.
Yeah, good?
All right.
Yeah?
Ange's here, innit?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm here, yeah.
I believe
Just
we've
for the
just
day.
decided we're going to call her the multifaceted TalkSport Edge, Angelina.
Yeah, that is my official name from now on.
How's it all going anyway?
Yeah, it's all right.
Did you enjoy the Euros?
Euros were sick. Really,
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. I was so mank that it was sick.
It was sick, you know.
It was sick. And yeah. No, I had a great time. It was really, really good. Nice to be part of a very big moment in women's football. So, yeah.
What's the hierarchy in your sort of appraisal of things? Is sick better than min?
Oh, it depends on the context, though.
Or where's decent rank? Because I get in trouble when I say decent to my missus. Say, you look decent. Decent. Like, that's good.
But the context of it, saying that to your missus about how she looks,
Yeah, it looks decent, that.
probably isn't
No.
going to work.
No wonder she
though.
boxes your fucking nose in.
I know. No.
She can't say she looks sick either.
Looks
Yeah.
sick. No.
We say you look mint.
Mint. But I overuse
Mint, I'd say I'd
Yeah,
go
mint
mint.
out of the three,
Yeah,
mint is the best
alright.
one.
What about
Yeah.
all right? Is that any good?
Yeah,
All right.
No,
Janine
you
don't
get
like it.
smacked.
But if I get the baby to go, just go damn to mummy. We can't win.
Yeah, so it was sick.
Yeah, it was sick. It
Yeah.
was dead good. Yeah, it was decent.
How
It was
annoyed
really
are you with people jumping on the women's football bandwagon and then white knighting for it like they've always supported women's
Yeah.
football? 'Cause
Very
do you know what?
annoying.
I'm very happy. I don't watch women's football. Nothing against it. The one women's football game I've ever been to see was my sister playing for United, right? And it probably stayed that way. Not through any sort of disgust for women's football. I just don't have the fucking time to
But-
get involved and to know it.
Yeah, and that's okay to be straight up like that because it's like it's also not like you're sat there doing a video on why the Lionesses are going to go and win the World Cup next year. Do you know what I mean?
Correct, and I won't.
Exactly.
And I'll stick to it like that. And I'm trying to get a women's football team for my football team,
Yeah.
for my club, because I want to give girls and women the opportunity to play. But I don't
But
know
that's enough.
any other people.
Yeah.
And I saw a load of different TV presenters and stuff like that talking about this is for all the people who've been there since the beginning. What, like 1875? Fuck you on about?
Yeah. Well,
They're not even alive anymore.
Some of us, Steve, have been in there since the second half of that final.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tuned in. After the United game finished.
But on a serious note, though, like, obviously, there's a lot of people who've just fucking dived headlong into the bandwagon.
100%. Yeah, definitely. And I think it was because at the Euros, where I was sat, it was with a lot of the media, but a lot of the media that have been on that journey that were involved with the World Cup in
So that's
2019.
cool, isn't it? Because you can actually get behind it and not hate
Yeah.
anyone.
And the people that you're around, you could see it when that final whistle went. Like, people were crying. Like, people were super emotional.
Yeah.
And, like, we had Leanne Sanderson with us, who obviously played in the 2009 final when they lost to Germany. She came on as a sub. Like, she, like, really got quite emotional and stuff. And it was nice because those are the genuine people. Do you know what I mean?
know Farah. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, they dived on Farah
Oh,
after
God,
I was so happy for her.
Exactly.
Watching her and her emotions. And I felt so bad because my sister texted me. Obviously, she's into it. And she was like,
Yeah.
oh, my God, did you see it? And I was like, see what? And she was like, the final. And I was like, whatever I was doing at the time, I was like, no, did we have, no, I was at the game, weren't we?
We had the friendly,
Yeah.
that's
I
what
was
I mean.
like,
Have the
yeah.
friendly and then.
I've just been driving home.
Yeah.
And she was like, you're
Great.
a dick.
But, yeah.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon, and I think a lot of people in the industry that have realised that the World Cup next year is in Australia and New Zealand and thought, nice
trip
little
away.
holiday for me. I'll put it that way.
No, it was good, and like you say, I've not been following women's football, but obviously it's quite emotional. It's good. I mean, my
And good to
daughter's
see
played
United
football
players
as well. It's good to see United players. Good to see
playing well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what I mean?
good to see some United players playing well, winning a bit of silverware, and obviously
that might be our only chance this season, really.
And,
If we're
and some
honest.
players that have played in that tournament, Nikita Paris as an example, that has then signed for Man United women. It's good to see that at least the women are signing.
Yeah,
Good players. So
setting
so I'll
examples,
say
really, aren't they?
Pretty much at this point,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it is good, and it, like you say, like my cousin took his daughter, and she was buzzing. My girls were buzzing, and they started playing football as well. Well, one has been playing football for a little while. My youngest
That
started
is
playing.
a real
It's a good
tangible
example for
benefit
them,
I
innit?
anticipate happening is that there'll be a lot more women and girls wanting to go and play football. There'll probably be a lot
That's
more
it.
funding available to
Yeah.
get those things off the ground and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying since we started our football team to get it going, because to get the full award, the full England accredited award, you have to have 2 gender teams.
Yeah.
So like you have to, you can't get the full award without getting. You've got to have a women's team in there as well.
Yeah.
You have to have a disability team as well. So I want us to represent the full caboodle.
Of course, yeah. And I've found a lot of my mates that are female that aren't that fussed about football, but have said like seeing women play makes me want to kind of watch it more, because you've got that representation. And then people are saying it makes me want to try and play it or learn more about it or blah, blah, blah. So I think in that respect, you've got more eyes on a sport that we all love. So yeah, it's been good.
It's nice to have a few positive role models as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
That as
Like,
well.
I don't mean that guy, but it's like my kids all love Ronaldo, and then in the summer, like he was going to go, and they all hate him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on. Help me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Where's the women's scandals? There's got
Yeah.
There's got to be some
Do you know what I
scandals.
mean?
Gotta be some
Why are they
scandals,
not
haven't they?
spitting the dummies out? Why are they not
There's-
refusing to sign deals? Why are they not being linked with other clubs?
It's
Why
not
are they
getting paid enough to
You
do
know-
all that. Literally. There's got to be some scandals. I feel like
Do
I
you know
need
what I
to.
mean? That's what it's
I
missing.
need to ring a few
Yeah.
of my female footballer mates and
Just
see
say-
what the gossip is.
There's got to
what I
be
mean?
some, hasn't there?
There's gotta
be
It's
something
teams.
kicking
Any
off.
teams
There's
of
gotta be
any
some
time,
kick-off.
just shit,
Yeah, that's
shit
what you
goes
need.
west.
Do you know what I mean? Abin Vermin in the super chat says, I thought Carl Anker was taller. Carl Anker is going to be on this. I think we might have said he was due to be on.
What happened?
I don't deal with that. It's not Carl's not. It's not my connection. That's Joe Smith who speaks to Carl. I mean, we all speak to him, but Joe Smith spoke to him. I think he's gonna try and come on next week. So, because you found out at like 4:00, didn't you? It's a good job. You
walked down
get
here.
on with him. He can be proper moody stay if he comes down here. He comes down here sometimes and he'll say to me, there'll be someone sat and he's gone, who the fuck's that? I'm like, what?
You're honest, if nothing else.
Do you know what I mean? Matthew Coward, who's been a member of the Academy for 21 months, says, would you sacrifice our youth players in the first team?
Like to a god?
Yeah, to
I
a
know,
god,
yeah.
like, kill them all.
Sacrifice them for a trophy
Yeah.
or something off top four.
To a rain god.
Record to win the title in 2 years or keep the record but only be able to challenge in 5 years.
What record?
I don't know.
Our youth player in the squad since...
Oh, right. Sorry. Right.
Right,
No, yeah, we've had it
okay.
since... How
Okay.
long has it been since?
Is it 38?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous, isn't it? Do you know what, though? It does matter in that record a bit.
Jay.
Right. Not the sense
I'm
we've
going to
got
go
it.
and get the bat.
No, not the sense we've got it, but sometimes it's like... It can be a little bit misleading, that.
Well, Fergie fucked it, didn't he, at some point in, I think it's 2009, because it was a starter. And then
Yeah.
he fucked it and he had like John O'Shea on the bench or something. And then it was like, oh, in the squad, in the squad, in the squad, in the squad.
Yeah. Because it's like, you know, you can have Andreas Pereira in your squad, and that's your.
You know
your
what? I
box
proper
ticked.
forgot
Do you know
about
what I
him
mean?
for a while. I forgot he even did. I think I'd
No, but
like
you say
blocked
that,
from
but it
my mind.
wasn't. Up until the last decade, it's been serial winners in
Yeah,
the squad.
I get
and then,
that.
And then even with a asterisk against it with Pogba, you've still had a World Cup winner holding
it's
it.
just- that's
and
so
you've
that's-
still had
that's the only
Marcus
time
and
I look at it
Jesse
and I
and
think,
Scott McTominay. And,
is
and
there a
look,
bit sort
at the end of the
of a
day,
thing now?
are they of the level of the class of 92 or the babes? No, they're not.
Yeah.
However, but neither was the lads in the 70s and the 80s that carried that record through as well. And even if these lot are just keeping it warm for the generation of Garnachos and that go on and actually achieve the next thing, it continues that record.
I like the idea of him being active, like in the team or.
Yeah,
when it's like
there's no
Dean
asterisks
Henderson's
against
on the
Rashford's
bench.
appearances,
Yeah.
is it?
No, not at all. When it's like Dean Henderson on the bench, that's your, or Pereira's in the squad.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think It's just, that's not as meaningful.
Yeah, no.
as-
If it was, I
my
almost
point,
think
I'm
you
not
should
slagging it
enshrine
off.
it into like a law of the club that there is one.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's great that you don't have to, and they've all been there on merit. But I would want to continue that forever.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Yeah, I
it's a
agree.
nice little thing.
You can't reset an 80-year record.
No one's ever going to stop that, though, are they? If you're 8 tonight,
Well,
and even if
Jose
like you had
Mourinho
a
broke one. He didn't debut a young player. I think his second season. So every season we've debuted someone, and then he didn't debut.
Josie with his piece of paper. Remember his first press conference with that piece of paper about he'd given 45. Do you know how many players I've given a chance? And everyone's looking around with Don McGuinness.
He had
that's the
3
question.
minutes.
And I sat
What
next
you
to
on
him.
about?
Yeah, that's what it was, wasn't it? 45, and then when someone actually looks at it, for starters, it wasn't 45, it was 37 or something. And then some of them were like, "Yeah, I give
And
him
he
3
repeated
minutes."
a few names.
Yeah, so you got here twice. Shut up. Right, okay. Adam Ward, who's been a member of the first team 15 months, says, "Cheers." Cheers for signing my dad's ticket in Perth, Jay. Sorry about the weather up the Paddock. Yeah, I remember that. Someone came up to me and said, can you sign my ticket? It's this old geezer. I don't think he knew who it was. I went, really? If you want me to. But there you go. Yes, it was a great time in Perth. It was freezing, though. And it was actually wet in Perth and freezing in Melbourne. You was all having a heat wave here, weren't you? 40 degrees and that.
Balls out and everything.
Oh, mate. See, now I'm gutted on two fronts. Missed out twice there. Are we allowed to? Are we going to? Can I sneak it past you? The presser and that, modern things? Football, United?
No.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Yep.
Are we just going to continually talk about the past because we're going to be crap forever?
Yeah.
Right, all right, that's fair enough. Yeah. What was your favourite moment in the...
In an Adidas Trefoil kit.
Yeah. What's been your favourite moment as a United fan, Ange?
Oh, God. I'm trying to think back now.
When Januzaj took your Nando's.
Oh, Steve went there. He went there.
Listen.
Oh.
Disclaimer.
Right.
I did not go to Nando's. I was not a Nando's. I at least managed to get San Carlos. Thank you very
Did ya?
much.
Okay.
So
I'm not
allowed
right.
that.
There's so many things I want to say.
Yeah. There's like-
Yeah.
The
I
thing
know.
was, me and Ange used to work together, right? And there was always this little comment about Januzaj, and I never understood it. And then I was like, what is all this Januzaj thing? And then you told me. Right? And I was like, right. Well, and you didn't sell your story to the
I
the
didn't.
Sun.
I didn't.
Hey, call yourself a person.
I know. 2 or 3 dates was not Daily
There's a girl I
Mail
went to school
worthy.
with banged an Elka and was a double page spread.
Such a wordsmith, Stephen.
Well, if you'd have saw the double page spread, it's the word, mate.
What, has you just sold a story?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a girl near us who went to school with my sister-in-law who Rooney gave a lift to one night and got done for drink driving. Do you remember that? Yeah. And that was like, that was like a scandal in Ireland.
I know somebody, someone who knows someone who was
well played.
a woman associated with Rooney in one of those stories. the biggest story.
Really?
She went to the same school as me. Yeah.
Right. The big one
The big one.
The-
The 2 ladies. Yeah.
of the night.
Don't read that out. Sorry, I just can't read it. I just can't say
If
it.
he can't read it out right, trust me, we ain't reading out. Hey, we are not reading out. If he says we can't
Listen,
read out, trust
but-
me on that one.
Football heritage.
It is. That's, what,
100%.
that's what it means.
And if only that had been a boy, but it wasn't, it was a girl.
Ed C says, Jay worked for the Scousers for 30 years. We can live in the past a bit longer. What was he kicking off about today anyway?
Narrow it down.
Klopp kicking off again in a press conference about something. About
Humidity.
games. He's always moaning.
Has he
innit?
found out he's got to
He
play
loves to moan,
38 games
doesn't
this year?
Honestly. What is it? What was
Like,
it?
just enjoy
talking
the
about-
success that you're having. Shut up. Like, do you know what I mean?
If you can't, like, Pereira was all right for Fulham the other week. We weren't a world beater. You know what I mean? If you can't get past that team, that's your own fault. It's not the pitch being dry. Do you know what I mean?
He is a proper excuse kind of guy, isn't he?
Oh, it does matter, doesn't it? It's like the weather, the pitch, the crowd, the fixtures, the lack of inhalers at my disposal. Do you know what I mean? But
Guy's doing miracles with a sickly squad. You tell me who else gets those players with their poorly chests to run like they run.
No one.
Miracles.
No, it is miracles. Do you know what I mean? He's done so well as well, considering that 80% of his squad have asthma.
Come on, Jay, it's like 40.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Which is like 4 times the national average.
10.
10 times the national average. So like 4% of people have got asthma. 40% of that just have got it.
It's the
Feel for the guy, man.
It's that
Do you know what I mean?
Sierra.
That's
Tough
hard.
Sierra, I reckon.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it is. It's the air coming over
He should
from
be
the
getting
Mersey.
some kind of accolade for that, really, shouldn't he?
He should.
The asthma association or something should give him something as a thank you.
I smell a really good sport bile style blag. Can we present Klopp an award from the Asthmatic Society?
Yeah.
He was asthmatic.
Hey, I'm asthmatic. Maybe I should get involved. In
Yeah,
some
I
way,
think you
yeah.
could. You can have
How
that.
fast can you run?
Yeah.
Not very anymore.
Anyway, we've got some messages from our friends over at Manscapes. Check them out. Now, if you haven't heard already, it's smooth sack summer. That's right, the 3 S's. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're scaped from pubes to bum. I'll tell you what. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. Hey, do you like that one? Yeah, I thought that myself. I didn't read it. The leader in below the belt grooming is making sure all is well, and we have a ball this summer by giving our partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into smooth sack summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. Don't forget that bit as well. With our code Howson. We've all been there, haven't we? Yeah? When we've been out in the sun, it's raging hot. Yeah, not just roasting, it's raging hot. And we've decided, you know what? We need to give ourselves a little bit of a trim. They've got the anti-nick technology. They've got the Crop Reviver toner that makes you smell nice down there as well. Crop Preserver deodorant as well, the ball deodorant, obviously. What else would it be for? They've also got the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer because people of a certain age, like my age, we do need a bit of that, and trust me, it comes in handy. The old favourite, when I say old, I mean the venerable, established Lawnmower 4.0 technology. None of that 2.0. None of that 3.0. The 4.0 technology. A trusted favourite as well. You've also got Shears 2.0, yeah? With the performance package, your balls will be ready to impress, but make sure you'll cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. So there's a little rhyme to help you remember that, yeah? Don't forget as well, you've got your 4000K LED spotlight. So you're getting that precise shave. Because you don't want to be out in the sun with, you know, your glasses, trying to shave down there, especially when you get that thing where the sun goes through your glasses and sizzles your pabs. You don't want any of that. You've got everything there. You've got the anti-chafing technology. You've got the anti-nick technology. You've got the boxer briefs. You've got the little bag it all comes in. You've got everything for what? For your smooth sack summer. So little things you got to remember. Lawnmower 4.0, Shears 2.0, smooth sack summer. Yeah, we've got you covered. So 20% off, free shipping, using the code Howson. Your balls and anyone in their vicinity will thank you.
Could we go live on that?
What?
What I was just saying. Can you imagine if it was broadcast?
You could do, yeah. Could live on anything, can't you?
We do some views on that.
Do some views, but I don't know how legally. I'm
Yeah.
skeptical.
Wait. If it's not going to be, but if it was broadcast.
Yeah. Like a watch along.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a shout.
Yeah, you could do it. You do watch along anything, can't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People do, don't they?
Janine got right into the Amber Heard one. And
I
deadline
did.
Day.
You were tweeting, like slagging off your missus, saying, "Oh, Amber Heard." And I was sat at home watching Amber Heard trial at the time.
I feel like you'd have been sat there with like a notepad and pen or something.
I was loving it. But it's one of them where I put it on for 5 minutes and at 3:30 in the morning I'm still watching it. Honestly, because there's so many characters. Her legal team was so shit.
Janine? Oh, no, yeah. I did
When the
realise
woman
that
was
from the
saying to that
memes.
guy, like, oh, do you know, are you just not here for your 5 minutes of fame? And he's like, look, I'd say the same
Yeah,
to you.
so-
It was like...
The worst was where she objected to her own witness. She went, objection, and the judge went, it's your witness. Oh my, I've had better legal aid. Honestly.
I'd
Who
be,
are these
I'd be
people?
better representing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Objection! Overruled!
Yeah.
Does that mean?
It was so bad, but it was addictive.
It was
like-
literally deadline day. Janine's walking around the kitchen with her phone doing stuff,
Yeah.
glued to it. And I'm like, what are you doing?
He had so many
It's the
characters.
verdict!
Yeah.
Do you know him? Why are we asked? And then he turns up in Manchester 2 fucking days later.
I
Playing his
know.
guitar and that, living his best life. Yeah, so it was entertaining though, that sort of thing.
How would
Wasn't
you
OJ,
know Johnny Depp turned up here? Because there looks like there's 700 of them out there anyway.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
he's proper Northern Quarter vibes, isn't he?
He is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, how did anyone go, hey, that's Johnny Depp? No, it's
Was
not.
she was Janine
Yeah.
team Johnny or team Amber? Did she pick
From
a
what I
side?
can gather, Amber Heard's a see you next Tuesday. I don't think anyone, even her legal team, were on her side.
Her legal team give up on her after day 2 of the trial.
They had a sweepstake on him.
Oh my God.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was like they were working against her. Do you know what I mean? But I think that audio did for her. Like, when you've got audio,
Yeah.
like, it's not good, is it?
Which audio? Because wasn't she saying stuff like, I'll fuck you up again or something
He
like
was
that?
like, yeah, tell the world you're a victim of domestic abuse, Johnny, and all that. And then, like, I wasn't punching you, I was hitting you. I think, oh my God. Hey, I was only battering you a bit.
Where's
Matt,
she
we
from? She's from Eccles.
Weast. No, she's not from Weast or Eccles, which are lovely towns, and we don't do that round our way, so you can...
Yeah,
And
they
also-
do.
You
and also-
serious?
Yeah, they
Come on now.
do.
hang on a minute. Who's changed the phone book in Manchester? Droylsden have done.
Droylsden birds know they get murdered, right? So they don't do that. That's a Salford bird trait. Or maybe Clayton. You can't tell me those words that fell out of Amber Heard's mouth about it and him have not been repeated with an ER at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't punching you.
What
I
was
was
that
hitting
thing
you.
you tweeted about
Stop being
somebody
mad.
saying like I only bottled you
Oh,
once or
well, I
something?
was in Stretford, right? So the BP in Stretford, next
Yeah,
to the
I know it well.
Mackies, right?
Yeah.
It's on the A50.
I used to live in Stretford.
Stretford Road, right? So I've just pulled up. We finished training on Friday, and I'm walking in it's a BP garage, right? And I'm just walking in. There's a guy kind of slumped on the floor with like one of the 2-pint sort of Budweisers, and a lovely young lady, mid-20s, standing above him. What does she say? Get up, you soft. See you next Tuesday. I only bottled you a bit or something like that. I didn't even bottle you that hard.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't even bottle you that hard. Yeah.
You soft.
I mean, yeah.
Tuesday.
He needs
Right?
to.
I had
sort it
sunglasses
out.
on,
Stop being
so I wasn't
mad.
having to make eye contact because that's the key thing, innit? Can't make eye contact.
Oh, if you'd have made eye contact with her, yeah. it'd
Fucking
been
you looking
game
at-
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing you dickhead.
So,
Yeah.
but I've gone. I've looked at him on the floor and I've been like, mate. But then as I was leaving, there was like walking down the street just arguing. You just
Yes.
think,
Aw.
It's a rite of passage, innit? Peter Knight in the super chat says, "Would you swap De Jong for Rashford?" Out.
too modern a question.
I'm
It's an interesting question.
gonna say no. I wouldn't.
No,
Would you?
I wouldn't.
You're not answering it. You've never sat on the fence in your fucking life about anything ever.
It's not something on the table. They couldn't register him.
Oh, right, fine. You just don't want to say.
I hate the hypotheticals.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, would you rather we win the league once and then Liverpool? Why wouldn't you just shut up?
Salbutamol, what's that?
That's the inhaler thing.
All right, because Prince Varugese has said Liverpool shirt sponsor Salbutamol. Watch Meat says, "Are you following Daniel Taylor's reporting of the Giggs trial?" I've not looked at it. We've had Daniel Taylor on it. He loves reporting on stuff. Doesn't he, Daniel
Do you know what?
Taylor?
Daniel Taylor is a journalist.
He's like, do you know, I told you the Daniel Taylor story when he came here, haven't you? You've heard Daniel, with Ronnie. So I love Daniel Taylor, right? He's one of my like heroes as a journalist. I just think he's mint. I just think he's someone you can rely on. Does his own work. Every article's so he writes really well. And if he writes,
He
about
goes
something-
to levels.
yeah, if
that
he
just
writes about
others
something, he
just
does a
don't
deep
even
dive.
bother.
He does his
Yeah.
own. He's like Mitten when he goes, if he writes a biography on ever, he goes and spends a month in wherever
Yeah.
grew up.
He went on loan once for a week to a suburb of like Marseille. So
Yeah.
I went here and spent a week living in the house he lived in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why
so-
it's that level of, you know what I mean, professionalism and also being a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Daniel says like that. So we got him. I've been trying to get him on the Tier 1 podcast for ages. As soon as we started doing it, me and you said to you, didn't I? Like, money, first ones I want is Daniel Taylor. So he came on. And we was bigging him up, like, oh, Daniel, massive fan. I was sort of all the different things he did about, the offside trust and things like that. And I was like, oh, the John Terry case when he covered that so well. And, we've always been big fans of you. And he was like, I walked him out and he's like, right, I'll follow you guys. I said, cause he said, I'm not following Ronnie on Twitter. He says, I'll follow him on Twitter. Because obviously we'd said, Ronnie, loves all your work. And he found him and he went, you don't even follow me on Twitter.
Oh.
I was like,
When you've got a guest, you've always got to follow them the night before at least or something.
I was like, all right, sorry about that, yeah. Went back, said to Ronnie, you're not even following him on Twitter. He went, I thought I was. So, do you know what?
I don't know how Ronnie's so good at his job because he's genuinely good at his job.
Yes.
He is thick as fuck though. And he comes out with some just mind-boggling nonsense.
The quote where he went, the world's run by.
Lizards.
He went, the world's run by lesbians. Oh, no, lizards. What? Yeah. Where were you going and where did you end up?
Yeah.
Lizards run the world.
That lizard
We've been
people.
filming him and Nosa at training, they're best friends, and the shit talking between the two of them
Is it
is
brain
just,
trust?
it's so funny.
Yeah.
And it's probably 80% unairable, but it's so funny. Like, it's going to be such a good episode when we drop that. It's as they're training, they're best mates, so they hate each other, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they're training together, if the pass isn't 100% perfect, it's just abusing their entire family.
I've been on Vermin, the super chat says, Steve, LVG begs De Jong to switch. Finally grew some balls.
Really? To Chelsea, though?
Yeah. He hates us, LVG, doesn't he?
He's
Hey.
Corroborate.
he don't subscribe, does he?
What?
He's not like an MUTV follower. He just doesn't give a fuck, does he?
Did you see that? I know you don't watch it, but did you see the clip of Lou Macari laying in the rabbit.
I've not seen the clip. I've heard the clip. Who even is he? Right, for starters, Lou, please, 3 seconds. Guys, has he won a World Cup?
How many
He's won a
goals
World
has
Cup,
he
hasn't he?
scored? I don't think he has. I don't think he was in
Is
it.
he not in the squad? Because I know there was a bit of a stink about him in the squad, wasn't there?
I might be wrong here, so I need to check this.
No, he didn't.
I've
wasn't
got a
a
feeling
World Cup
he
winner.
didn't. Yeah, I don't.
He didn't
No,
because...
he's won the Nations League.
Oh, it's the same.
Yeah, it's just a
What,
trophy. innit?
World Cup?
The
Nations
Cup-
Was
yeah,
it- was it
Nations.
the
What's better, a
Euros?
league or a cup?
Was it the Euro squad that he said he wasn't going to be? Oh, no, he played in the Euros. It was that World Cup squad that he was on the
fuck you guys
provisional-
about.
And he said,
He
"I'm
was
not
on
going."
standby
And he said,
and he
"I'm not
said,
doing
no,
it."
I'm not doing it. Which I kind of respect in a way.
Michael Carrick did it.
That he's just been like,
Said,
you know
"I'm not
what,
doing
I'm not good
standby."
enough for your team, then seeing about
Michael Carrick was the best midfielder in his country. He wanted to be on standby for Gareth Barry.
Do you remember when?
Are you fucking twisted?
Do you remember when Roy Hodgson sided with John Terry over you, mate? And had like
For football
Martin,
reasons.
Martin Kelly and all that. And wouldn't
Football
even, didn't even have
reasons.
Rio on the standby list.
Football
Yeah,
reasons.
honestly, such a spineless little.
Don't tell me the
racist
FA is fucking
defending
hard on
squirt.
racism.
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking captain of the country was allowed to keep his job after racially abusing a fellow professional on the pitch.
It's disgusting, isn't it? Game's
it
gone.
is.
No, Rabiot didn't make the World Cup, but what that clip, if you've not seen it, and most of you probably haven't because you don't have MUTV, though it is doing the rounds on socials. It's Lou Macari. I love Lou Macari, I do, but he's like, how many goals he scored? Sullivan's like, none.
2.
How many goals he scored in Europe? None. Well, yeah, 2, 1.
Nah, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like, hell. And this is a guy this is their club's official channel talking about a guy that's probably going to be playing for us next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Like, that's how you butter him up, slag him off.
Far too honest for
We're
MUTV,
just in the
man.
banter era, aren't we, United? Like, we are
Lean into it.
like we're proper,
You know what,
proper banter era.
Somebody
Like,
was saying to me this
it's
morning
a different level this season.
that he'd been chatting to Man United fans who genuinely believe that like top 2 is achievable.
Who else?
Apparently, there were United fans saying that top 4 and top two is achievable.
Do you know who thought?
Where are these people?
And I think these are the types of people that just feed into this United fans are delusional kind of thing.
there was after the
Because I think they were trying to get to me to say like, are you like co-signing this? I was like, hell no, am I co-signing this?
like there was a
There's no United fan with a fucking brain thinks
I
we're in the top
I
2.
agree though. We need to find these people and like check if they're
Just look at
okay.
there was a Q&A after the Atletico game in Oslo.
Yeah.
And there was a few ex-United players on it. It was Mitten and Beardsmore and Sammy Mack and a few others. And Luke Chadwick was on there. And they're asking at the end of it, like, where do you think United will finish? And he said second.
No. Did he had a drink?
What, in this city?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd been on pints of vodka. Like,
Absinthe.
that's never happening. Yeah, even Ten Hag don't think that, or anyone associated with the club, because there's no way on God's earth we're
Even
gonna finish
top
second.
4.
I know.
I said we'll finish 4th, and it was on the basis that we signed De Jong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And on the basis of let's annoy Arsenal fans, right?
Yeah,
I honestly think probably 5th.
I think even that's.
I think
You finish
5th
4th
or
or 5th, you'd
6th is-
probably be all right.
I
with
went
it.
for 4th.
I'd be upset with 6th, and I'd be upset I'd be devoed any lower than that.
I think 5th or 6th is achievable.
Cup final somewhere.
I would like that.
I don't know, and it's not.
Where are the cup finals this year, Joe?
Should we book our flight to the Europa League final? Should we just
Yeah,
do it?
where is the
Look
Europa
our
League
flights to the
final?
League Cup final. Is it on the beach? Wembley's got a beach on it.
Do you remember when it's just like every year you was at a final, weren't you? And it's like, should we go this year? Yeah, we don't get a ticket. Oh, it's not.
We'll go next year.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
when you couldn't get a ticket? Can we bother going down there without a ticket? You used to debate, didn't you? I'll go down
I
without a
don't really
ticket.
fancy going down to Wembley.
Yeah,
at the minute.
I
It's
know.
just not
Do
on
you
my
know what?
vibe.
The
Yeah.
only parade I went to was the 20th.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, no, the other 12 winning title ones didn't bother. We'd had times where we won trophies and was like, we didn't win the league, so we're not going to fucking bother having a parade.
Even like 2011, when we won the league and lost the Champions League final, felt deflated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I only went
How
to that one
spoilt we
to
were.
take my son. Because I was like, I bet he'd enjoy it. I'm going to a parade.
Yeah.
Game.
No, you do. You think, oh no, parade. No, thank you. Yeah.
They had cutscenes, that was all right. Nearly a fucking decade ago, Justin.
Do you know what? I still can't get over 2008. Them Rangers fans, man, they had us over. So, I mean, we should have had a parade there for that. We didn't. And we're never ever going to win the Champions League.
I might have gone to that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. 99 was mint.
I was in a beefer for the parade in
Oh, yeah.
99.
I was on a lamppost. Well, a road sign, me and my mate. We couldn't have looked more chavvy as well, because we was on a road sign. We've both
Stone
been
Island.
on a bender for like 5 days, just constantly drinking and getting out of our heads. And he had a broken arm, so we just looked proper chavs. But all the players were loving it, except David May, who gives us dirty looks.
What's fucking wrong with David May?
I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. So, you're me and you
We've
talk
opened
about this.
up
Isn't going to end well, is it? Do you know what I mean? Apparently, though, we got in some of the pictures for the 99 final.
Did it?
Yeah,
Never
someone
noticed.
told me that. I didn't notice myself. Yeah, it's just one of them, innit? We just got to roll the punches. I think the main thing for me is just, personally, I can't speak for anyone else, is I don't blame Ten Hag for this mess, and I think he deserves a season at least. You know,
Well, I did
of
my
a pass.
preview, and you're like, I don't even know if we've got 11 players I want to pick here.
Yeah.
How turbo did you go with the kids? Did you put any of them in?
Is Varane a kid?
You're
Babyface,
ambitious,
I
aren't you? Playing
guess.
him in a game.
Is Ericsson a kid?
It's what?
Is
Yeah.
Ericsson a kid?
Went with Ericsson and
This
Varane, the
youngster
youngsters.
called Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is the thing. Loads of people are saying how to throw the kids in, but you
Same
can't.
people like, the kids are shit. Fuck
Yeah.
them off.
You can't just throw in
Son of Oldham.
like all the children. And also, some of these lads who got us into this mess can get us out of it. Do you know what I mean? They're on about 200k a week. Come on, have a word with yourself.
What do you guys think of the third kit?
The green
Happy
one?
with it? Yeah. Not care.
All right, I'm not really bothered. What do you think?
I think it's green.
You like it, don't you? Have you bought it?
Not yet.
You
No,
get
we'll
it?
wait for the sale at the end of the season. Come on now.
I think
Come on now.
last time I bought a shirt for myself, I'm pretty sure it was. In fact, I don't think I even bought that one. I think my mum bought it in 2004. There was a white one around that time that I might have bought myself. I seem to remember
I'm
in
trying
it.
to think when I last bought
A
one.
white one. I haven't bought a shirt for myself, a current shirt for myself for the longest time.
I think it was the
actually,
pink
no.
one, you know.
I might have. I wore one in Lewis season. I think someone bought it for me.
I can't. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, because I was getting slated because I had one on the other day on air. It's like, oh, you bought that, blah, blah. I didn't even buy it, so.
Do you know what though? Right.
It was a gift when I left
I
my
don't
old
know.
job.
You know better than I do. Like this whole thing about you don't buy the kit because that goes to the Glazers. Is that even true?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So I don't.
Do you know the reason like Adidas pay us? There's Adidas within it,
Yeah.
right? So
Mad,
you know
innit? Do you know
Adidas
what?
pay
You could have
us
said
like,
Umbro. I'd have nodded.
30 fucking million a year or whatever it is. That's their,
That's money well spent,
that's their
innit?
licensing fee. They have paid us our commission for every shirt with the United badge on it already up front. Now, if we sell over an extraordinary amount, like say 2 million, which doesn't sound like a lot for a club that claims it's got 660 million fans,
Yeah.
but we sell about 1.5 to 1.8 million shirts a year. Now, we clearly probably double that with all the snids mooching around, but official shirts, we sell about 1.6, 1.7 million a year. I think if it sells like over 2 million, because I think, was it the summer we signed Zlatan and Pogba? I think we did like 2.2 or something like that. We sold like a large number of shirts with shirt selling players. You now get a bonus for every, I think they start making commission on the shirt sales over a specific number. But up until that money, that's just Adidas's.
Right.
Because that's why they pay through the ass for those shirts. And that's why they plaster that badge over everything, because this is Adidas money now, and how much can we sell?
Right.
Right.
And also, I don't know if it's just shirts, because like some of the retro stuff, does that count as a shirt? What about a tracksuit? Does that count as a
Yeah.
shirt? Does it just mean you have to move 2 million items? I don't know the intricacies of the contract.
No,
Some of the
but you,
retro
you
stuff
know
is
a lot
mega.
about it. To be fair to you,
Yeah.
because I've always found that argument a little bit flawed.
All the trainers they've done, the Class 92 trainers
Yeah.
and stuff like that, they've been fucking class.
I understand-
Sell out like that, little bastards.
I understand people want to do something, but it's like that whole, I'm not going to get my shirt from the club. I'm going to get it from the Schneider one. I just think each to their own. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Like, because then you can. I've seen people argue, well, Schneider ones are made in sweatshops or whatever, and it's just like you can't win.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no matter what you say.
And people are like, people trying to dig season ticket holders out. Is that money going to the Glazers? Well, yeah, I guess it is. At the end of the day,
Well, we had Kieran Maguire on for the price of football, who I love, and he was saying that, but most season ticket holders like me and you, when we go, we're not spending loads of money at the club. We're not buying merch. He said they'd rather we didn't go because they'll sell that ticket to someone who does go and spends loads of money on merchandise in the mega
Yeah.
store and buys the,
Have you ever been in the megastore on a match day?
No.
No.
No, that's what I mean. So it's like he was saying. Actually, the idea that season ticket holders should all give up season tickets probably won't hurt United because there's enough people waiting, day trippers.
Well, look
who'll
at
go
2005.
and-
How many
and-
people? A
and
couple of
watch
thousand
it.
people turned their season tickets in. Some of them have never been back. It's not made not a jot of difference.
No. So it's just, I get people want to do stuff and understand it. If you want to give up your season ticket, if you want to stop buying shirts, that's fine. What does me in a little bit is people that have a go at others. When
Yeah,
you
I
start
think
going, why are you
each
not
to
doing
their
that or
own.
why are you not doing that?
Yeah.
And I think just keep your own side of the street clean, do what you want to do. And then
Well, that's
leave
it
other
because
United fans
you
to
say,
get on with
okay,
it.
if
United
I don't
fans aren't
go
the
this
issue.
year, can you guarantee they're out next year?
No.
No, you can't. You fucking absolutely cannot.
Exactly.
So you're just saying, don't go do one of the things that I've done with my dad for over 30 years. A thing that I fucking love doing.
Yeah.
For what benefit? Does it get them out? No.
And it's
'cause
not like
people
they're
left
sat there
sevens.
like, oh, hang on, he said he's not going now. Hang on, let's sort it out. No.
That's what I mean. Like, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Is Jim Ratcliffe going to buy us?
No idea. Rio last night in a fucking group chat, a bastard, right? Just puts a message into the group chat. Jim Ratcliffe's buying United. I went, wait, whoa. You can't fucking
Right,
say
clip
shit like that
out.
and bounce.
That's official.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I said, is this real? And then he just put a little fishing rod and put, got you. So then I put the JT Captain Leader Legend. 100% true story. Fucking mug me off. QPR legend.
That's good, man.
Oh,
I like
my
that.
God.
Yeah. No, like, that's a class response there.
Ooh.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Matt Dickinson, the reason I ask you this is because Matt Dickinson in the Times, I think it is, he's done a decent piece. He's not saying, Jim Ratcliffe is going to buy United.
Right. Jim Ratcliffe himself,
Yep.
I'm going to ad-lib this because I can't remember the exact quote, word for word.
Yep.
He said something along the lines of, I've only just bought Nice. I want to make sure I know how to run a successful club, so let me figure that out with Nice before I even think about buying a second one.
Did he say that?
So
though?
it's like he's done with
Because
us.
I was looking for this quote the other day that he's told me about.
Jay, it was on the internet, so it's got to be 100% correct, right?
Of course.
Right. Because Matt Dickinson talks about that. He's got a guy running Nice for him, hasn't he? And he was saying that...
Nice?
Yeah, Nice. Nice. And he was basically saying that, they tried to buy Chelsea in the summer. This is what Kieran Maguire was saying as well about the fact that Jim Ratcliffe, I thought he was 71, he's not. He turned 70 in October.
Right.
He suddenly started doing interviews. You never used to do interviews. He started doing that. He was big in British
When
cycling.
did he start wearing cravats?
Around 1997 when it became fashionable.
They've not been fashionable.
Have you ever wore a cravat?
No.
Never.
Have you, Jay?
At a wedding. I got a job because of it. Because I went for this job, right, when I was at uni. And you had to send them a picture, on the bar. And it was one of those things where you have to send them a picture. So I didn't have any pictures. And there's just been a mate's wedding where I was one of the groomsmen. I was the best man, actually. And so I had this wedding picture of me in a cravat. So I just sent it to him. And he said, the only reason they've got you and give you the job is because I thought, who the fuck sends a picture of him wearing a cravat? I thought, I've got to get this guy.
It's like Step Brothers. Like Step Brothers and turn up in a tuxedo and he's
Oh
like,
my God.
no,
That's what he said to me.
No, they're weird.
Yeah.
So go on, what's he saying?
So,
Is he bailing us out or are we going to be left with Muppets?
well, Matt Dickinson's done a mixture of opinion and some facts in there as well. And just speaking about the fact that, obviously, Jim Ratcliffe, born in Greater Manchester, proud of his northern roots, the fact that, there's a massive outcry in there for someone to take over Manchester United. He wanted to buy Chelsea for the right reasons, it seems. He was ready to put in that sort of money because I think was the stipulation you pay $3 billion for the club and promise to spend $1.75 billion over the next 10 years on transfers and maintain the club. He was willing to do that. The money wasn't an issue for him. And he, when you saw those interviews that he gave, he did come across as genuine. I know, listen, people can lie and he could have been full of it. But he was saying that there could be something in there, including the thing you said about Nice. It doesn't feel like that's the end game to own Nice. That feels like that could be, on the way to something else. Yeah. And also what he's done in Nice is he's left someone in charge of them. He's put sorry.
It's a man in his 70s with billions at play.
Yeah.
He's on yachts, enjoying himself, should we just say.
So Sir Dave Brailsford has been a key figure
yes, Dave Brailsford.
in the expanding Ineos empire.
2 hours ago,
So he's been heavily involved in Nice in recent months, especially since the departure of club's director of football. So he ticks all those boxes. He's from, he's grew up round here, Oldham. He's got the money. He's not, well, if I can get this guy to give me some loans, or if I, can do this on your way.
He's liquid.
He's liquid, as they say, exactly. Do you know what I mean? He's not visiting Wonga websites anytime soon, is he? He seems like he gives a shit.
Yeah.
He understands the game. He's not going to come in and go, right, first thing is, I'm the new manager.
Yeah. What is football?
Yeah, what's football? And do we need to play it here?
Yeah.
Do we really need this ground and these players? Can we not?
What
just
if
do
we
something
played in Ibiza?
On my yacht.
Thousands of people go to Ibiza every summer.
Yeah. Hey, so why don't we do that? And everyone's like, oh my God, this is like Vincent fantastic. So yeah, it does seem like he could be the saviour. So
what happened?
it will probably happen.
Yeah.
But like Kieran Maguire is quite a
You can't logic your way into someone buying the club.
No, you can't.
One, he has to want to buy the club.
Yeah.
Two, which he may well do, right? Two,
I will get to another point in a minute. But go on. Sorry.
the fucking gnomes have to accept.
Well, this is the thing, and this is the point in it, that United aren't making the money they were. If you bought 1,000 shares in United in 2012, that's now worth 884 quid. If you spent £1,000 on Juventus, you'd have doubled your money. If you spent £1,000 on F1...
What if you'd have put it in Tesla?
Ooh,
What about Apple?
Apple. If you'd have put in Apple, you'd...
Be able to buy the club.
You'd own Manchester United now. That £1,000 in Apple is now worth $6 billion. So...
Missed out again.
There's that point in where it gets beneficial for them to sell, because they didn't sell 50% to the Saudi-backed fund that went and bought Newcastle, because Newcastle fans have got no scruples, because it was better for them to just keep taking dividends. Whereas it could become to a point now where if they can get a decent price for the club, that works out better for them, because the club's in decline to the point where they either spend a load of money to get us back to where we need to be, which would probably take 300 or 400 million at least. A lot more, to be honest.
In this window.
Yeah, in this window. We're talking at least another billion, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get us...
Because you've got to remember, you've got to expect, on the best case scenario, 40% of the players that you buy to be shit.
Yeah. So, there's
Or
that.
not fit for purpose, maybe. Not shit, but
Yeah, so...
not work.
Is now the sort of the end game where they go, actually, we're not going to spend the money that's needed to keep Manchester United earning the money that we're taking out of it. If someone came in and gave us all $1 billion each, took over all this debt that we've got the club in, and we could walk away with a lot of money that would exceed the money we'd get from just keeping the club, could we do it? He also mentions Matt Dickinson as well. The fact that, is the fan backlash ever going to get to them? Is it ever going to affect them?
No.
The smart money would say no. I think they're insulated from
Well,
it.
didn't someone say, like, no one ever brings them bad news? It's a bit like Trump, innit?
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey, you was in the paper.
Yeah.
Your picture, your comb over looked great.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, you're not saying that.
No.
But yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? It does feel like they, are insulated from everything. They don't hear the anti-stuff, the Glazer stuff. Now and again they might get doorstepped or whatever.
Someone told me a story about him at the weekend, but he told me I'm not allowed to say it. See his face then? Shat it, didn't he? Anyway, here's what happened.
I don't like it when you do these things to me, Stephen. We'll chat later.
Oh, you would be sickened.
Yes, we'll chat later.
How much he's sweating.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you sweat like that since then. People came asking you about Epstein's Island. Where'd you say you worked? On a ferry?
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe Jim Ratcliffe's going to be our saver. Abhinav Verma says, if Jim throws in a hair transplant, will ponytail, baldy face sell? I mean, the guy clearly wants hair, or he'd have gone full bald. Yeah.
Oh,
That was yours.
send me to go doorstep him. I'll try and send
I wanted to. I said, let's go doorstep him in Florida.
You said I couldn't go.
No, because then you were talking about doing other things. It went from doorstepping to some sort of kidnap.
No, it didn't. My lawyer said no, it didn't.
All right, allegedly.
Allegedly.
All of a sudden, these messages took a dark turn. I was
Yeah.
like, actually, should we roll this one back? No, we were going to go, but COVID restrictions were still in place. It was an absolute nightmare because we were looking, trying to send him and McCullough over there to go and do him.
To be fair, who did they send? Who Sky send?
I don't know. Well, they did it. They sent someone. There was one that was already over there, I think, a local reporter or American reporter, and then Sky sent someone over who did exactly what I wanted us to do. Of just sticking a camera in his face.
I wouldn't have done that. So I've asked him 3 times, and I'd have been like, "Don't fucking ignore me, you prick!" And it would have escalated from there.
That's what I mean.
I'd have ended up hitting him.
This is him telling me before he's gone there.
Yeah.
So imagine what he's going to be like when he sees it.
This
This is where I'm thinking.
Abort.
On the plus side, it goes viral, it explodes, it breaks in and out.
True.
On the bad side, all our money is spent bailing him out on his legal fees.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, they do go for. If I hit him, right? Do you remember? Was it
These are
Terry?
the conversations I was having.
Just
If I
Google
hit
for
him.
me. Was it Terry Tibbs, office linebacker? Just Google that. Is it Terry Tibbs? It's not Terry Tibbs, but it's Terry something or other, office linebacker. Google that.
Terry Tate.
Terry Tate, office linebacker. Just play one of them videos. Might have to mute it.
Right. Why? Who is
If I'd
it?
have hit him like this, when we see him.
I don't know.
So Google it at home. Terry
Google it up,
Tate,
because this is awful television.
office linebacker. If I'd have hit him like this,
Oh, I don't even know. It's not even you find it because I don't even know what
do you
I'm bringing
mean?
up here. This is just some sort of spot.
yeah, bosh, there you go.
Oh right, okay.
If I'd have just Hadoukened him like that, right?
But see, this is what Steve was sort of hinting at. When I say
Yeah.
hinting, it was telling me he was going to do.
Yeah.
And I thought once he gets over there, he sees him, he gets angry. You'll try to talk to him, he ignores you, and then
Then we
next thing
throttle him with a fucking
yeah,
mic cord.
and it's probably
Get
live.
here, you bastard!
Yeah, Steve live executing one of the Glazers. I thought, no.
GoFundMe is a good shout though to get you out.
Yeah.
I think we'd.
Yeah, it would have been all right. Do you know what I mean? You
Here's
spend
the thing, right? Yeah, raise $4 billion on the GoFundMe. Or ponytail baldy face isn't going on tonight.
So yeah, we didn't. I would love to have done that though, and it would
Maybe
have
one
been,
day.
It would have been mint, but unfortunately, Jedi Master Tom says I have his address if you like. This was the thing though, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of them
We went on.
messages.
Yeah, we had a lot of them. We went on Street View, and he was outside his house.
Yeah,
he's on the
actually
Street
outside
View.
his house. It blurred him, but it didn't blur that
It's-
shit
yeah.
haircut, did it?
It was
So you go,
ponytail,
oh
baldy
my
face."
fucking God.
Honestly,
Nice.
we had guys in Tampa messaging
Yeah.
us saying, "Listen, do you know what I mean?"
The same
we're
people
there for you.
that
Yeah.
Listen, don't
Joe
catch.
Exotic was ringing about Carol Baskin.
I'm going to have to be careful what I say here.
Yes, you are. Whatever you're gonna say, don't say it.
Funny though.
Just don't, yeah? I'll tell you what, write it down
Type
on a
it,
piece of
yeah.
paper and show it to me tomorrow. Quick, let's talk about something else. What's Stretford Paddock FC doing this weekend? I'm sorry.
Annoying Scousers.
Lad. Why? How?
Because I've called people from Newton Scousers.
Newton, where is that?
Like Wigan.
Ooh,
Listen,
on the
anywhere,
edge.
as far as I'm concerned, anywhere west of Carrington is fucking Scouts.
I don't know, man. St. Helens is Scouse, but I wouldn't say Wigan is.
Well, they sound like it. Well, fucking hell, mate. It's fucking,
Or was it that? Is it
yeah.
like Ringo Starr type?
Yeah, we played
tackle?
ADOC last weekend. We played shit. We lost.
It's bad, because when I saw that, I'm thinking, oh, God, he's going to be right foul mood. But he was all right, to be fair.
We were shit and we lost. And, there was arguing. I get heckled on the sideline, and I'm fucking good at giving it as well. Like people think it's the first time anyone's ever insulted
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Mate,
yeah.
I am fucking black
He's been
belt at this
insulted
shit.
so many
right?
times. That's just
So
it.
they're not ready for the chat that comes back at
Yeah.
them, usually. We had one last year. Guy called me fat. All right, is that all you got? I went, mate, your bird's fatter than me.
Wow.
And his reaction killed him because he went, and all his teammates went, and he had to get took off. His head completely fucking fell off.
Really?
Yeah, he tried to boot someone and then he took it off. So this fucking dude says something to us, and I was like, I went, are you mad at me or are you barber? He had a shit hairdo.
Oh my
And
God,
he-
you
and he
should
went,
write these down in a book or something.
Top 10 insults.
Yeah.
101 insults.
Yeah.
So he says, he goes, ooh, have you seen you? You look like Eddie Hall. And so one of the lads on the sideline went, have you just called him the strongest man in the world?
I'm about to say who's
What
Eddie
the
Hall. Is that who he
fuck
is?
sort of insults that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Who are these people?
And then he ends up slapping Joa. So,
Did you get a red card then?
no, because the ref didn't see it.
That old chestnut. So, right, so you got Newton this week anyway to bounce back from that debacle.
1-1, draw 1, lost 1. In that order.
Right, okay, consistency. It's a kick.
So, yeah, we've got to fucking fix it back up. I had 11 players missing last weekend, which
That don't
didn't
help, does it?
It
No.
doesn't help.
Hey,
And
to
I
be
didn't,
fair,
I didn't even have a full bench. So, I was short last week. But I don't make excuses. I had a team that I thought could do the job and it didn't. This weekend, I've got a midfield. That's a start.
Okay.
We've got a few players coming back. Team that's just won 3 on the bounce, so won't be easy. But the whole reason that we moved up in the leagues was to challenge it and and play against better opposition. So that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Good lad, what are you up to this weekend? You're not there London again, are you?
Yeah, because of the strikes. I was going to stay here for the weekend, but rail strikes.
Is it?
So I've got to go back tonight, yeah. Warm weather though. Should be
Yeah.
all right. Sit outside on the patch of grass that far near me flat.
Is that
I've got to
Foxes
drive
have probably...
to London next week because there's no trains on. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
Yeah.
Bastards.
right, though,
Fucking
innit?
drive.
Solidarity with him. Damn right. Do you know what I mean? Don't give me that look. Do you know what I mean? Come on. You'd be out
Why
there with
are
him.
we allowing these fuckers to strike? And why isn't everyone just fucking rioting about fucking gas prices?
Well, they're striking
happen.
because getting that over, aren't they? So that's fair enough. And gas prices, you're right about the rioting thing. Like, it is ridiculous.
The fucking French won't stand for this.
pay increase, or whatever it is, or bill increase. It's gonna be up to $4,000 a year.
Yeah, and like
innit?
British Gas, they only made like 1.7 billion profit last year. They're on their ass.
It's all good though because Labour have got a plan for us anyway. Tories, get rid of the Tories. You can give you £46 saving. So that's why I'm proud of our opposition. Anyway, I don't want to get political, so I'll leave it there. Ange, Talk Sport Edge. Anything coming up on that?
I'm sure there is. My mind's gone blank.
Tell you what, that was a great advert for it. There you go, eh?
Yes, there'll be lots of good stuff. Previewing
Go on,
the
you
game
can do
for
this.
next weekend.
Content
We're
and
chatting
things.
to Jamie O'Hara, everyone's favourite Gabby Agbonlahor. So what's not to love about that? So yeah.
Are they really like that, or are they just trolling us?
No, they really like that.
Do they really believe there's some of the drivel they come out with?
Honestly, I will say like Gabby is one of the nicest people that I've come across in like the Talksport building.
That says
Really
a
nice
lot
guy.
about the rest of the people in the Talk Sport building.
Yeah, but no, I've not worked with Jamie O'Hara yet. I will be on Monday, but no, Gabby, yeah, like is the only thing I will say is the comeback that he had on Twitter to that guy. What was his name? This is absolutely pointless because no one knows what I'm talking about. But he's come back on Twitter to a guy who was saying like, "Oh, no one even liked you."
Richard Keys?
Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
Richard Keys. Yeah, no one even liked you at Aston Villa and blah blah blah. You're this, you're that. He had quite a good comeback. And
What did he say? Can you say it out loud?
No, maybe Joe's trying to find it.
Joe
for me, I
Smith's
don't
going to
know.
find a comeback from Gabby Agbonlahor.
Well, it's something about
It was
his
quite good for Gabby.
wife and his daughter's friend or something.
Babysitter, or his friend. Was that what?
What was it?
We're trying to find out what Gabby Agbonlahor said to
It's
Richard
probably
Keys.
like such
We
an
need to know
anticlimax
this.
now.
Yeah.
But for Gabby, it was good.
For Gabby, it was good. For him, it was good. Joe Smith's got. Here we go. We've got it here. Go on.
Gabby Agbonlahor says, speaking of insignificance, after being fired for sexism and getting your wife mixed up with your daughter's best friend, I also wasn't aware they'd let you back on air. But keep using my name to stay relevant, Arians.
Wow. Both barrels. Hey, that was deep, that, wasn't it?
I like it.
Hey?
Yeah, I
Well,
respect
maybe,
it.
faces
alright,
there.
maybe
Yeah.
we need to be a bit more.
Maybe
you know,
tune in to Gabby, yeah.
bit less hasty.
Some brilliant stuff that Richard Keys has said. Modern football, with like goals. We've got pressures and goals and corners.
He's a fucking weatherman. How's he ended up like some sort of expert on football? He's
like,
never
remember-
played the game.
Remember when me and
He's
Andy Gray
working
used to
local
play for-
radio
for
doing the
Everton?
weather.
Me and Andy Gray played for Everton. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And somehow he's sat there giving his opinion on whether Roy Keane was as good as Peter Reid. Like, shut up. Yeah. So go and make sure you check out Stretford Paddock FC. Check out Steve's videos. Go and check out Talksport Edge. And Ange and Kirsty on Paddock Chat
Yes.
with Danny Webber. Really good show.
Done your
that.
fantasy team this week?
What?
Triple captain Haaland against Bournemouth because he's going to shit goals against them, innit?
No, I've gone with Ivan Sona. He's going to get about 8 goals this week.
I've kept Mitrovic in.
Yeah. Did you have him?
Fucking right, I had him, yeah. So, telling everyone who'd listen.
Very good. Very clever. I'm actually above
Just
Joe.
put Kulusevski
I'm above
in.
Joe Smith
Took
in the
him out
table,
now,
aren't Joe?
put Kulusevski.
Hey, I'm above you in the fantasy table. What? What? I can't believe what you just said. I can't. Honestly, especially in
Let
front of
alone
Ange
Manchester
as well.
Have you seen how he's dressed?
Just to clear that up,
Come on.
I'd say it again. Isn't it?
Right. So if you want to check out our fantasy football stuff, it's on the members section. We've got extra content on the members section, but you can go and check out Paddock Chat on the main channel with Danny Webber, with Kirsten, with Ange. Go and check out Stretford Paddock FC. It's a separate channel. So go and have a look at his channel and go and see what they're doing when they're playing Newton this weekend. That's been Steve. That's been Ange. I've been Jay. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.